What's going on today, YouTube? It's Chris with C-Dub Sports Cards, and we are back today with another Panini Crusade Premium Box. 3 autographs or mems, 96 cards. These have been falling on the secondary market. I've been able to pick these up now for about under $70, plus $10 shipping, so about $80 delivered to the house. I got one the other day for under $60, so they've been falling. I think it's because the quality of autographs aren't the greatest. We did pull the Brewers closer to end the year. I forget his name. But besides that, it's been, minor leaguers. And for the most part, minor leaguers that aren't really being talked about, they might make the show. They might be decent, but they're not like top 100 prospect kind of guys right now. So they're kind of long shots. Maybe this will be the one that changes that. Maybe we could find this guy on the cover, who I believe is Charlie Condon. Something like that would be a nice surprise. But here we go. Panini Crusade Premium Box. Packs are kind of all jammed in there, goofy. I'm going to pull them all out because I don't like them like that. Pull them all out. We'll get rid of the box. We don't need this box in the way. All right. Empty box. Nothing inside. There's a list of all the stuff we are looking for. You can get stuff down to 1. Look for the iconic Crusade inserts with exclusive Mojo parallels. And look for the ultra rare nightcap insert. So that's what we're looking for. I would like to find a nightcap insert. This will be the 3rd premium box we've opened, and we've opened a few mega boxes. We haven't seen one yet. So maybe today's the day. We have pulled a couple cards numbered down to 10, a couple golds. Maybe we could find another gold. That'd be nice. Besides the 3 hits, I have been averaging 8 to 10 numbered cards per box, which, for like $75, $80, I feel is a pretty solid value. Now, I have had this tendency lately to pull the auto right off the bat. So we'll see if we do that again. I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise. Caleb Lomavita. Yoandy Morales. Dylan Cruz. Ivan Rodriguez. A Brandon Sproat to $199. Here's our mem. Brock Porter for Texas, Tools of the Trade, not numbered. Brooksley and Rhett Lauder. That was a really interesting pack. It was all this one design. There is actually another design, and we didn't get any of that other design. And it's like a base card. We didn't get any of that other design in this pack. That's kind of strange. We did get a Brandon Sproat to $199 and our mem. All right. Tools of the Trade, Brock Porter. Hopefully that means it wasn't numbered. Hopefully that means one of our autos will be numbered. That's what I've noticed with these is usually you get one numbered hit. The first time it was the mem. The second time it was an auto. Ken Griffey Jr., Kumar Rocker, Pablo Sandoval, Vance Honeycutt on the Juggernauts. There's the other design, Malcolm Moore, Nick York, Zebby Matthews, and Edgar Cuero. All right, definitely we got a numbered card in that pack. Looks like an insert took our numbered card spot. Okay. Ryan Sloan, Bubba Chandler, Jace Young, Hideki Matsui, Charlie Condon, Thomas White on the Mojo. I do like the Condon, though. We'll put that in the good pile. Thomas White on the Mojo, Paul Molitor, Blake Mitchell. I pulled a Blake Mitchell autograph the other day out of a Bowman product, so hopefully Blake Mitchell is up in the show pretty soon. No numbered cards in that one either. That's no good. 2 packs in a row without a numbered card. That is pretty rare from a Crusade Premium Box. Those might be the only 2 packs in the whole box, honestly, without a numbered card. Ooh, we got like a red or something in here. Malcolm Moore. Colt Keith. James Triantos. A numbered Christian Moore to 299. A Yace Lavalette, but not numbered. I guess it's just because he plays for Texas A&M or something. I don't know why half of that's red, but half of it's red. Theo Gillen, never heard of him. Sammy Sosa, and Bryce Rainier. All right, the Christian Moore numbered isn't bad. He has a top Angels prospect. And the Angels are pretty desperate for anything that's helpful, so maybe we'll see Christian Moore fairly soon. All right. So far, this box is a little underwhelming. You know, we're still like maybe a quarter way in. We still got time to save it. Tommy White. Connor Griffin, he's like the #1 prospect in baseball right now. Jim Cott. Jacob Mizorowski. The Miz. A Miz auto would be cool. A Juggernauts to 49 on the Bryce Rainier. That's not terrible. Certified Stars Molina. Darren Baker rookie. And Kellen Culpepper, who is a top Twins prospect. Let's slave up the Rainier, though, to Rainier to 49. That's pretty good. I'm not sure exactly where Rainier is on the Tigers, prospect list, but a Rainier to 49 seems decent, and the name sounds familiar. He might even be a top 100 kind of prospect. Like I said, the name rings a bell. The name rings a bell. Put those in the wrong. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We knocked shit over. We seem to do that like every 5 videos. We have a stage collapse. Probably because I have too much stuff on the stage. I just like to show off, the stuff that I think is cool and that we've hit recently. We'll rebuild it really fast. All right, there we go. Okay, we're back. Haven't found any of our autos yet. Hopefully we don't get a dreaded redemption. I hate redemptions, in case I haven't mentioned that before. Chase Dollander, rookie. Trey Morgan. Thomas Segese or Segese, or however we say it. Mason Wynn. Christian Moore. Blake Mitchell. They both have, designs. I'm not sure which design is better or rarer. None of them appear to be numbered. Arjun Namala and Jet Williams. Yeah. Kind of surprised neither of those are numbered, but neither of those are numbered. What are we going to do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. I know. Nothing I can do about it. Okay. So we got 5 packs left. 6 packs left. I'm going to predict that we get 5 numbered cards out of these 6 packs. And our 2 autos. One of our autos, I'm guessing, is going to be numbered too. These packs open really funky sometimes. I don't get it. Some packs are really hard to open. Some packs don't open well at all. They just rip and tear. And I don't understand why we can't use, the same wrapper for all of them. Just find one that works. This guy's name is really short. J.D. Dix. The names on these are kind of hard to read. Cooper Pratt, Jack Leiter, Spirit of the Game, Matsui. Certified Prospect, Seaver King. That looks purple. That is purple. The 149. Another Miz. That looks purple too. A Miz to 99. There we go. 2 numbered cards in 1 pack. Boston Bateman, Thatcher Hurd. So I don't get this. Why is there 2 numbered cards in 1 pack? Why couldn't we put one of these numbered cards in one of the packs that didn't have a numbered card? Like if it was an auto numbered and then like a regular number, that'd make a little bit of sense. But like 2 numbered cards in 1 pack, I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. We've had 3 packs without a numbered card in them. Why don't you throw one of them in there? Weirdos. Seaver King. We'll see about Seaver King. I seem to pull a decent amount of Seaver King stuff. And in terms of like, I don't hear too many people talking about Seaver King. Like maybe he's a defensive specialist. Like, I don't know. I don't hear a lot of buzz about Seaver King. Pedro Martinez. Chris Cortez, Carson Williams, Tink Hence to 299. He's a top St. Louis Cardinal prospect. Jet Williams, Hal Neuheiser, Vance Honeycutt, and Michael Young. Let me check the Jet Williams just to make sure it's not numbered. It's hard to tell with these ones what's numbered and what isn't. The Tink Hence is numbered. And like I said, he's a top Cardinals prospect. If he didn't, I'm not sure if he was up at the end of last year or not. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see him this year, especially because they've traded away their ace, Sonny Gray. So they're going to need starting pitching. And I know Tink Hence is like, a top pitching prospect. So it seems natural that he'll probably break with the team with a roster spot, I would imagine, unless he struggles mightily in spring training. Ethan Holiday, Bryce McCage, Nolan Shanuel. There's our auto. But first, we got a Tom Glavine to 99. Our auto is Ralphie Velasquez to 99. I don't know anything about Mr. Ralphie. The Chase DeLauder, unlike the Mojo. That's not bad. He got called up at the end of the year and was actually on the playoff roster. Carson Benj, Monty Irvin. I'm actually going to move the Ethan Holiday to the side. He was a top pick in last year's draft. And I think he is still highly, thought of, considering he is part of the Holiday clan. But we did get our numbered autograph of Ralphie. Who doesn't love a guy named Ralphie? Hold on 1 second. I need some more top loaders. Okay. Grab a new stack of top loaders. Ralphie Velasquez. Like I said, I don't know much about Ralphie. What does it say about Ralphie? Let me read the back here after we get him in a top loader. Perched on his couch and watching baseball as a youngster, Velasquez saw players giving in-game interviews and thought, I want to do that one day. The day came on March 14th, 2025, marked up during Cleveland's spring breakout win over Seattle. The slugger was mid-chat when he delivered an RBI single. That was a surreal moment, he said. So apparently he was part of the spring training roster last year. So they thought up enough highly of him that, he did at least make the spring training roster, so he's got to be, a top 15, 20 prospect for them. All right. There is our first auto. We got 3 packs left. Trevor Hoffman, Reggie Jackson, Billy Amick, Paul Molitor to 99, Kyle DeBarge, Thomas White, Ian Kinsler, Kobe Mayo. So the offseason for baseball is upon us. The Dodgers already have signed a closer to fill like their only major need. The other big move that has already occurred is Pete Alonso has joined the Orioles. I don't think anyone saw that one coming. I was hoping, as I was hoping last year, is that the Giants would go out and get him. And they don't really have a place for him anymore because they went out and made the Devers trade, but I still wanted that righty power bat in the lineup, and I just would have DH'd him, whatever. But the Orioles went out and got him, which I thought was pretty interesting because the Orioles are not the kind of team that usually makes big waves in free agency. So I'm not sure what the Orioles' plan is. They still need pitching more than they need hitting. So Tink Hence, Tony Perez, Ryan Waldschmidt, heating up George Lombard Jr. Here's our next auto. It's a hitter. He looks very young. Boston, Majestic Marks, Antonio Anderson. Got a good signature, though. Aaron Judge on the, I don't know what they're calling these, but I guess the uniform card. Numbers, they call it. Numbers. Aaron Judge numbers. Wish it was numbered. Deion Sanders, Drew Thorpe. Nothing numbered in that pack. The heating up Lombard Jr. is interesting because he had a really good spring training last year, and there were rumors that he might break with the team. He did not end up doing so, but he might have a good shot this year. So there's our two autos. Name-wise, we didn't do that much better. Ralphie Velasquez and Antonio Anderson. At least, Anderson went a little bit off the sticker there, which is unfortunate. But, at least they spent a little bit of time on him. This guy, you can't really see Ralphie Velasquez, but he still spent a little time with his scribbles, so it's better than like an RV or an AA for Mr. Anderson, so it's something. Dalton Rushing, Griff O'Farrell, Johnny Fermello. This Bobby Witt has to be numbered. It is to 249. McGonigal, he's one of the top prospects, unfortunately not numbered. Cliff Lee, Evan Carter, Spencer Jones. He is also a top Yankee prospect. We will see if Mr. Spencer Jones can break with the squad this year. Part of the problem with being like a Yankee or Dodger prospect is there's just not a lot of spots for you. They usually go with veteran players that make decent amounts of money, and it's hard breaking through that sometimes, Let's see here. Let me just going through these real fast, putting the numbered cards aside to see how many we got. Hopefully, it's about the same amount. Okay, those are our numbered cards. Oh, no, we got these two as well. Then we got our mem and our two autos. All right, our hit stack. One of the things, like I said, I like about Crusade is you get a pretty good hit stack, George Lombard Jr. heating up. Aaron Judge on the numbers. Ethan Holiday. Chase DeLauder on, the mojo. Jacob Mizorowski on the gold. You'll see some of the names are in gold. I know, it's very small, but whatever. Charlie Condon. Kevin McGonigal. Paul Molitor to 99. Tom Glavine to 99. Tink Hence to 299. Seaver King to 149. Christian Moore to 299. Brandon Sproat to 199. Bobby Witt to 249. Mizorowski to 99. Rainier to 49. So 49 was our lowest numbered card. Brock Porter, Tools of the Trade. And our two autographs were Antonio Anderson and Ralphie Velasquez, and the Velasquez is numbered 99. Like I said, these are a pretty fun rip. I wish the auto quality was a little bit better, but, I guess that's why they were as inexpensive as they were when they came out. These were, I believe, $89.99 when they released. Like I said, you can now find them for, less than $70. I think at that price, they're a pretty good value. I'll keep my eyes out for more. Like I said, I enjoy the number of numbered cards that you get. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then an auto with a number. So 10. 10 numbered cards again. I mean, 10 numbered cards, 2 autos, and a mem for $75 or less. I don't know if you can do better in the baseball world. I really don't. Thanks you guys for joining me. Tell me down below if you can think of a product that's, better value for the price. Like, I don't know if there is one right now. I really don't. Like Pro Debut's pretty good. You get 4 autos, but the price is like $150. You can get this for about half the price, And it's like the same players, like, mostly prospects. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you all. Please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all. You guys all have a great night, and I will see you next time for the next rip. Have a great night.